Good afternoon, my name is Marquis, Jutan, and I'm here to provide you with information on how chocolate is manufactured and how it finds its way to our local grocery store. Unfortunately, due to COVID restriction, this is a pre-recorded video that will be posted on my YouTube channel at a later date. Make sure you click the like button. By a show of hands to all my viewers out there, does everybody know who Willy Wonka is? Yes, Willy Wonka from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. For some reason, every time I think about chocolate, I always think about Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka was a brilliant man who thought of innovative ways to change the taste of chocolate, change the form of chocolate, and spread peace, love, and joy all around the world regarding to chocolate. But enough of that. I can talk about Willy Wonka all day. Let's get back to the most important question. How is chocolate manufactured and how it finds its way to our local grocery store? In order for us to answer those questions, we must first understand the origin of chocolate. Where does chocolate come from? So chocolate comes from a crop called the cocoa bean. The cocoa bean is primarily found in the South American region. Researchers have found evidence of the cocoa crop dating back thousands and hundreds of years. Researchers also found evidence that the Mayans and the Aztecs were the first ones to learn how to harvest and develop the cocoa crop. As years went by and the human population started to grow, we was in search for new land. So the Spanish Crusaders were the first ones to come in and invade and colonize and find use of the local cocoa crop. So the Spanish, they decided to use the cocoa crop in the form of a drink, taking the bitter cocoa with additional spices and sugar to make a drink formerly known as chocolate. So chocolate became a very popular drink around Europe and eventually spread across the world. So that's the origin of how chocolate came to be. Now let's fast forward to modern day and how it is affecting us today. So fast forward to present day, 70% of the world cocoa is being harvested in the Ivory Coast and Ghana region by multiple small farms. So let's talk about that. So on those small farms, there's a lot of cocoa crops. And in order to get the cocoa to be used, we'll have to actually harvest the crop, So harvesting involves removing the ripe pods from the tree and opening to extract the wet extract, the wet cocoa bean. That's the material used to make cocoa-based products and chocolate. All right. Once the wet bean is dried and compiled, shipments of cocoa beans are shipped for further processing. All right. From the cocoa bean, there is distributed to industries for production. Currently, West European industry grinds close to the thirds of the world's cocoa population. So once the cocoa leaves is extracted and the beans are taken out, is then shipped to other industries in Western Europe for it to be grind so it can be used as raw materials such as liquid or butter shaped form so it can be turned into something more useful like a Snicker bar or chocolate ice cream or even cocoa butter. Okay, so currently I'm going to introduce the world's leading company that processes all the chocolate, the majority of the world's population of chocolate. So Berry Color is the world's leading manufacturer of high quality chocolate and cocoa product and has been dedicated to this business for over 150 years. So it sounds to me that they really know what they're doing. Their annual sales are about 7.1 billion a year. That lets me know that it's not just me that loves chocolate, everybody loves chocolate. And they operate out of 40 countries. From there, chocolate is chocolate is broken down into other little small companies such as Snickers, Hershey's, and they add their own little specialty to chocolate.